Trump administration officials are talking trade today as new U.S. tariffs are triggering retaliatory measures from key allies. It comes as the White House is also taking aim at a series of environmental regulations. Natalie Brandt has the latest from the White House.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Canada facing G7 partners amid an escalating trade war among allies.
Mr. Secretary, what's your message to Canada?
Writing on Truth Social Thursday, President Trump slammed the EU for a 50% tariff on whiskey, saying if it's not removed, the U.S. will put a 200% tariff on all wines and other alcohols from Europe.
We want to protect the American worker, that a lot of these trade deals haven't been fair.
The Trump administration is also taking aim at environmental regulations beefed up under the Biden administration. The EPA announced plans to roll back rules on pollution, electric vehicles, and air quality, said the agency would reconsider the 2009 scientific finding that greenhouse gases are a danger to the public. The administration says the moves are aimed at cutting costs, but they're expected to face legal challenges.
They are taking us back to the 1960s, from before the times when we had regulations that actually cleaned up our water, protect people from across our country from cancer causing agents in our air.
Today is the deadline for the EPA and other federal agencies to submit plans for mass layoffs as part of the ongoing efforts to downsize the federal government. Over on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are staring down a Friday deadline to avert a partial government shutdown.
Democrats need to decide if they're going to support funding legislation that came over from the House or if they're going to shut down the government. So far, it's looking like they plan to shut it down.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says there aren't the votes to advance the House-passed funding bill, proposing a smaller and shorter stopgap measure instead to give lawmakers more time to negotiate. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has announced it is cutting 2 federal programs that provided funding to schools and food banks to buy directly from local farmers. The agency said the decision is aimed at returning to long-term fiscally responsible initiatives. The School Nutrition Association says the change will affect schools across the U.S. at a time when they're already facing high food costs.